Qualification 58, and the Generals making a very quick move to the reef. They managed to scrub an algae off of that reef, but miss their coral. Their second coral does fall to L1 though, and let's see if they can get this third one in time, and it just sails over. But the drivers will pick up the controllers and give it another attempt here. Spartan lined up ready to go with that L4, and they get it very quickly before returning back to the Pandemonium human player over by the coral station. Meanwhile, Stormbreakers grabbing a piece of coral and returning it or delivering it to the first level. It just bounces out though, so they're gonna have to go give it another attempt here. 1359, the Scalawags, looks like they are sliding over to the blue side of the field. We've seen a lot of defense from them this competition, and it looks like this match is another one of those matches. They are expertly positioning themselves in between Spartan Robotics and the human player station, making it a little bit difficult for Spartan to grab a piece of coral. Meanwhile, Stormbreakers fairly unaffected as they went to the other human player station to begin with, lining up with the backside first level, and that piece of coral sails onto the first level of that reef. Spartan lines up, placing a piece of coral up on that fourth level. Meanwhile, Red Alliance, Generals, L4, 12 points to that Red Alliance before having to fight Pandemonium, who's made their way over to the red side of the field to try to slow the efforts of the Generals. Beta Blues lined up next to their human player, not moving a whole lot at the moment, but let's see if they can regain control of that manipulator. And they are going over to the center of the field. And they now look like they are on the blue side of the field, although there's already a blue robot over there. Reminder that you can only have one robot of your alliance on the opposing side of the field at a time. Generals grabbing a piece of coral from that human player station. Elevator up, line up, and it's good. Going to the Beta Blues human player to grab another piece of coral instead of having to fight their way around Pandemonium, who has now returned to the barge as we enter the endgame period. 78-65, it is still anyone's game at this point. And Pandemonium lifts themselves up into the air, but just falls short. And Stormbreakers have lifted themselves up on that shallow cage. Scalawags lining up with a deep cage. Let's see if they can get themselves airborne here. Generals, last second, getting a piece of algae up top and sliding themselves into the barge zone. 90-70.